Ukudekeza kama mtoto, furaha furahia, unapogeuka moto, machozi hulia, mama mwingine, wanapesa kama Dangote.
Greetings students, welcome again to my YouTube channel Teacher Yonga, and I'm urging you to subscribe to the channel so that you can get chemistry lessons and maths lessons. Today we are learning mathematics, and it's always good to start a maths lesson with some dance moves. Why dance moves? Dancing actually makes you to be less anxious, or it reduces anxiety. And when it reduces anxiety, you feel you are mellow and you are able to understand any concept which is being taught. Or let me put it as my lakeside brother Babu Owino says, it makes maths easier to understand, just like snatching a lollipop from a kid. So we are learning matrices, and we look at how to solve simultaneous equations using matrices. And we look at simultaneous equation. Example is 3x plus 2y equals to 4. And another equation is x plus 4y equals to negative 2. So these are simultaneous equations, and it can be solved using elimination method, which is being taught in Form 1, or substitution method, also taught in Form 1. Now, but another topic in Form 3 is matrices, which can also be used to solve a simultaneous equation. For you to understand, for you to be able to solve a simultaneous equation, you need to know how to write, how to calculate the determinant of a matrix, and how to calculate the inverse of a matrix, of which, if you don't remember, you can just go to my YouTube channel Teacher Yonga, Matrices 1 and Matrices 2. I've explained clearly how to do determinant and inverse of a matrix. Back to solving the simultaneous equation using matrices method. So what's the first step? You have been told to solve these two simultaneous equations using matrices method. So the first step, you write the simultaneous equation in matrix form. You take the digits. So that the digits are 3, 2. If there's no digit, you pick 1, because the coefficient here is 1, and 4. Then you put x, y. Why? Because all the equations have been connected by x and y. Equals to the answer 4, 2. So the equation, we have written it in matrix form. Now the second step, you get the inverse of this matrix. And after getting the inverse, you introduce the inverse on this side and also the inverse on the other side. So we'll get the inverse of 3, 2, 4, 1. So inverse of 3, 2, 1, 4. So as I explained earlier in my other lesson, you first get the determinant, 3 times 4, which gives you 12. So 3 times 4, the leading diagonal minus the secondary diagonal. So that will be 12 minus 2. That's determinant. 3 times 4, 12. 2 times 1, 2. The determinant becomes 10. Then inverse, we interchange the numbers in the leading diagonal, so it becomes 4, 3. These ones you interchange, then the ones in the secondary diagonal, you change the sign. So it becomes negative 2, negative 1. Negative 2, negative 1. Let me write it so the numbers can have some spacing. We interchange numbers. Let me repeat the process again. Interchange the numbers in the leading diagonal. So 4 comes here, 3 comes here. Then the numbers in the secondary diagonal, you change their signs. So this becomes negative 2, negative 1. Then you divide by the determinant, of which dividing is multiplying by 1 over 10. So thus, this is the inverse of this matrix. So I say the first step is to introduce the inverse on this side and the other side. So now I'll write the equation. I'll start with the inverse. 1 over 10 brackets. The inverse was 4, negative 2, negative 1, 3. Then now we write the equation the way it was. 3, 2, 1, 4. xy equals to 4, 2. And then since I've introduced the inverse on this side, I'll also introduce the inverse on the other side. So I write it as 4, negative 2, negative 1, 3. Then 1 over 10, where 10 was the determinant. So if you check the previous lesson on matrices from the YouTube channel Teacher Yonga, I've explained that when you multiply a matrix by its inverse, you get an identity matrix which is 1, 0, 0, 1. You can confirm that when you multiply these two matrices, you get this matrix. You can tell that. Then you get here xy equals to. This other side I'll multiply. I've shown how to multiply in my previous lesson. So how do you multiply? You multiply column and row. So 4 times 4, that's 16. 2 times negative 2, that's negative 4. 16 minus 4, or 16 plus negative 4, that should give you 12. If I'm not wrong, yeah, that should give you 12. 4 times 4, 16. 2 times negative 2, that should give you negative 4. Then 16 minus 4 will give you 12. Then the other side you do 4 times negative 1, that's negative 4. 2 times 3, that's 6. So negative 4 plus 6, that should give you 2. Then you get 1 over 10. 1 over 10. So this is an identity matrix. When you multiply with xy, you get xy equals to 1 over 10 means each digit should be divided by 10. So 12 divided by 10, you get 1.2. 2 divided by 10, you get 0.2. Hence, your value of x is 1.2 and your value of y is 0.2. So that's how you solve a simultaneous equation using a matrix method. First step, write the digits, write the equation in form of a matrix, or where you take the digits 3, 2, 1, 4, xy, 4, 2. Sorry, 4, negative 2. 4, negative 2. Actually, that's why we are having kind of a mistake. 4, negative 2. So here should be 4, negative 2. When you get 4, negative 2, so in terms of multiplication here, it means it will change. It will be 4 times 4, that's 16. Then negative 2 times negative 2, that's 4. That gives you 20, actually not 12. 20. Then 4 times negative 1, that's negative 4. Negative 2 times 3, negative 3, negative 6. That gives you negative 10. So here you should be getting negative 10. Hence, when we divide, we get as answers 2 and negative 1. So you say your value x equals to 2 and y equals to negative 1. You have solved your simultaneous equation using matrix method. So after writing it in matrix form, you have to get the inverse of this matrix, of which I've said, if you check my previous lessons, they have been explained further. Then, after getting the inverse, introduce it on this side and introduce it on the other side. When you multiply a matrix by its inverse, you get an identity matrix. This other side, you multiply column with rows, you get this, then divide by 10. or multiply by 1/10, and you'll be able to calculate that. I hope that explanation is clear. If you have any queries, please you can comment or ask your questions. I'll be able to answer. So as you're keeping safe at home, practicing social distancing, washing your hands, and also staying healthy, as that is the most important thing, building your immune system, I want to leave you with 2 questions which you can attempt. So the first one will be 2x plus y equals to 10, 3x minus 4y equals to -7. You solve that one, and the second one is 3x plus 2y equals to -2, and 2x minus 3y equals to 4. So you can solve those 2 equations. We'll meet during the next lesson.